Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
I had one grandfather who was 3/4 Hawaiian and 1/4 English. Bright. I'm actually a Bright, even if my last name is Pereira. So my other three grandparents were pure Portuguese. So I'm mostly Portuguese. So all of the Hawaiian came from him. But when he was raising my mom, who was the baby of 10 kids, it was at a time when he was adamant that we have to adapt to the new Hawaii, the non-Hawaiian Hawaii. So although he was fluent in Hawaii, he never spoke Hawaiian within his family to his kids. He put them in English grammar schools to try to make sure that they can succeed in the culture, the arena that they were growing up in. So I think that part is a little disappointing because he was passionate. As he grew older, he had dementia and Alzheimer's at the end. He would revert back to that. So he's speaking Hawaiian and nobody could understand him. So that was a little disappointing. So at that time that he was going through his Alzheimer's was the time that I was entering college. So I took 2 years of Hawaiian to try to be able to learn enough to understand some of the things that he was saying. But on my wife's side of the family, I think they're much more embedded in things that are Hawaiian.
What's your fondest memory with him?
Growing up, I was really close to my grandparents. That's my mom's dad. And they were much older already, when I was growing up. But every morning I would go to their house and he would take me to school until he couldn't drive anymore. And during the summers, I would go to their house and I would sleep over at their house. And he would work in the yard every day. They had a nice property in Hilo. And he would buy me all matching stuff. So I had my hard hat. I had my own little rake, my own little scooper thing. And we would just spend a lot of time together. As gruff as he was, and hearing my uncles and aunties speak about him and how strict he was and how he ruled with an iron fist type of a situation, he wasn't that way with me. With me, he would spoil me. We'd go to a store, he would take out his wallet and just open it up and get whatever you want. And when I would go home and tell my mom that, she'd be like, who is he? I mean, that's not the dad that we grew up with. Very loving, but very strict and rigid was how he treated his kids. But I wasn't treated the same way. And that's something that I'll always remember.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.